What if I told you that there's a handful of free games that are so incredibly underrated and are better than almost all games, including the ones that actually cost money? If that is something that interests you, then stick around and let's get started. Enjoy. The first game on our list, Snout. It's a really fun action-packed beat-em-up game where the concept is really unique and engaging. You play as the pig, aka the Snout, standing your ground against endless hordes of wolves. Your mission is simple yet entertaining. Take down as many wolves as you can using a range of comical and over-the-top moves. The charm of the game lies in its simplicity and fast-paced gameplay, making it a fantastic choice for casual gaming. The gameplay is really quirky and entertaining. You can punch, kick, and use various objects as weapons to fend off the wolves. And despite the game's simplicity, the game actually boasts a level of depth thanks to the varied attack combinations and the increasing difficulty of the incoming wolves. So the game mechanics are quite easy to learn, but require some timing and skill to master, especially later on as the wolves start to come at you with their own array of weapons and projectiles. And the game stands out with a charming pixel art style and humorous action-packed gameplay. And the single-player mode has an addictive quality, urging you to beat your high score with every time you play. And as a free-to-play game, Snout is definitely worth checking out. Next game is Dead Maze, and you are thrust into a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies. The setting is a desolated earth where you're one of the few survivors left, and your goal is to navigate through this dead maze, find other survivors, rebuild society, and ultimately reclaim the world from the undead. And the outcome is a constant struggle for survival, where you're continuously battling the environment, hunger, and of course the ever-present zombie threat. And the gameplay in Dead Maze differs from many other survival games. It takes an isometric view and incorporates elements of MMO and RPG. The game offers a diverse range of tasks, including exploration, resource management, and base building. And this combined with the combat requires you to keep track of several survival aspects at once. And one very crucial feature of the game is the focus on cooperative play. Teamwork isn't just an option, it is often the key to survival. The game has no PvP elements, so every encounter with another player is a potential ally, not a threat. And the game truly comes alive in the multiplayer aspect. The sense of community in facing the shared threat of zombies creates a compelling social dynamic. And you can play with your friends, establish a survivor camp, pool resources, plan rescue missions, and face the horrors together. And this cooperative gameplay enriches the experience, creating memorable moments. And in conclusion, Dead Maze will resonate with you if you enjoy a cooperative multiplayer experience with a survival twist. And the massive emphasis on teamwork and community set it apart from many other survival zombie games. The next game on the list is Helltaker, with a really unique and addictive indie puzzle game that was released in 2020. And the game is renowned for distinct style, engaging gameplay, and a fascinating storyline. You step into the shores of the Helltaker, a man embarked on a quest to create demon girls. And despite the potentially imitating setting, the game presents itself with charming sense of humor, where you as the Helltaker navigate through the underworld, solving puzzles and surviving deadly traps to convince various demonesses to join your cause. The game mechanics are primarily focused on grid-based movement and puzzle solving. Each level presents a unique challenge with a limited number of moves to reach the goal and avoid the pitfalls. And what makes the game stand out is a perfect blend of simple yet challenging gameplay combined with delightful character interactions. And despite minimalistic approach to controls, the game levels ramp up in complexity, demanding strategic thinking and planning. And Helltaker is known for its impressive art style and memorable characters. Each demoness have their own unique design and personality that add depth to the game. And although it's a relatively short game, Helltaker offers high replay value thanks to the secret ending. And for a free-to-play game with a delightful blend of puzzle solving and visual novel elements, it is a must play. The next game on the list is yet another zombie defense, and you are thrust into a dark open world dominated by waves of relentless zombies, and you play as a lone survivor in the midst of a zombie apocalypse with nothing but a small wooden structure to protect you. And as you fend off hordes, your ultimate goal is to strategize, fortify your defensive, and survive as long as you can against a growing number of undead. And the gameplay is a thrilling mix of action, strategy, and defense, creating a unique blend of genres that keeps you on the edge of your seat. And your task is to build and upgrade fortifications during the day and then defend against the relentless waves of zombies by night. And armed with a variety of weapons and power-ups, you'll find yourself faced with an increasingly tough challenge as the nights progress and the zombies grow in strength and numbers. And what really sets the game apart from other games in the genre is the blend of tower defense and action ARPG elements. The game allows you to level up your character, boosting your stats and acquiring new skills to enhance your defense and offense. Moreover, the game features both single player and multiplayer mode, adding a cooperative element that further enhances the depth of the gameplay. And yet another zombie defense is an exciting pick for anyone who loves a strategic challenge topped with thrilling action. Next game on our list is Cayne, a chilling point-and-click isometric adventure game that is a free-to-play spin-off of the acclaimed adventure horror game Status. The game follows Hadley, a pregnant woman who wakes up in a horrific biomedical facility and you don't remember where you are, and you as the player are tasked with navigating through terrifying environments, solving complex puzzles, and gradually uncovering the dark secrets of the Cayne Corporation. And the gameplay revolves around traditional point-and-click mechanics, inviting you to explore various areas, interact with objects, and solve a wide array of puzzles to progress. The game's environments are meticulously detailed, creating a sense of unease and dread. The puzzles, while challenging, are logically constructed and integrate well into a narrative, offering a satisfying blend of exploration and problem solving. And the game truly excels in its atmospheric storytelling and detailed world building. The graphic content, combined with excellent voice acting and a really ominous, tension-building soundtrack, really creates a haunting, immersive experience, and is a must play for any horror and adventure game fans. Now we're looking at Relic Hunters Zero Remix, a really captivating, fast-paced, free-to-play shooter where you follow a group of relic hunters, and as you explore uncharted galaxies to uncover alien relics, you must combat an evil space dark and his army. And the game combines an element of action, exploration, and shooter mechanics with a really cartoonish, vibrant art style, resulting in a charming and really fun experience. And the gameplay revolves around exploring various levels, each filled with enemies and challenging boss fights. And you can choose from a roster of unique characters, each with their own distinct abilities, and unlock a variety of weapons as you progress. The game includes a stamina mechanic that adds a layer of strategy to the otherwise fast-paced action, making it necessary to think before dashing or performing melee attacks. And one of the standout features is the really engaging cooperative play. It supports local and online multiplayer, allowing players to team up with friends and combine their hunters' abilities strategically. Additionally, the game offers a challenging endless mode where you can test your skill against endless waves of enemies. And with really bright and colorful visuals, a catchy soundtrack, and really smooth responsive controls, Relic Hunters is a hidden gem in the free-to-play gaming scene, offering potentially hundreds of hours of entertainment and dynamic gameplay. Now we're looking at Endless Sky, an open-source 2D space trading and combat game that allows you to explore a vast galaxy filled with diverse alien races, planets, and star systems. And you as a space captain, your goal is to earn a living through various means, such as trading goods, ferrying passengers, or even a bit of piracy. And the choices you make affect your journey, giving the game a high degree of replayability. And the gameplay is a deeply immersive and player-driven experience. You can choose to follow the main story, or venture out on your own to explore the universe. And as you earn money, you can upgrade your ship, or even build a fleet of ships to take on more dangerous tasks. The game also includes a combat system. You can engage with hostile forces, adding an element of action to the space exploration and trading. And one of the key highlights of Endless Sky is the rich lore and expansive universe. The game features hundreds of star systems and planets, each with their own cultures, economies, and political systems. The game's graphics are beautifully designed, offering a sense of vastness and depth. And as a free-to-play game, Endless Sky offers an impressively deep gaming experience, especially for fans of exploration and space. Next game on the list is The Suburb, a really unique short story adventure that follows the story of Mrs. Appleton, an innkeeper who runs a special tavern by the seaside. And Mrs. Appleton finds herself in a predicament when irregular customers stop visiting, and the game blends point-and-click gameplay with dark humor and a unique narrative, offering a really distinct experience in the realm of free-to-play games. And you need to interact with various objects and combine items to prepare the peculiar dishes that Mrs. Appleton is known for. The game offers well-thought-out puzzles while not overly challenging, but they are enjoyable and fit well into the narrative. And the defining feature of The Suburb is a really compelling story, dark humor, and vibrant pixel art graphics. And the game manages to convey a powerful narrative in a really short amount of time, and it's a great free-to-play game if you're a fan of adventure and narrative-driven games. Now we're looking at Eternal Senia, a free-to-play action RPG that tells a heartwarming story about the bond between two sisters. You set out on a journey to find your lost sister in the Tower of Eternity, where you'll encounter various monsters and challenges along the way. And the game combines elements of action RPG and emotional narrative to deliver a gaming experience you won't forget. And the gameplay revolves battling enemies, collecting items, and upgrading your character. The combat system is quite easy to grasp, making it really accessible to new players. Yet it also requires strategy and planning as you progress later throughout the game. The game offers a variety of weapons and gear to collect and upgrade, adding depth to the gameplay. And what truly sets the game apart is the poignant narrative and enchanting art style. The story unfolds through dialogues and in-game cutscenes, really immersing you into the journey. The game is visually pleasing and coupled with a captivating sound design, it really creates a world that draws you in. And a combination of engaging engaging gameplay, rich narrative, and endearing characters. It makes it an excellent choice for fans of story-driven RPGs. And the final game on our list, Zombie Assault 4. And the game propels you into a post-apocalyptic world teeming with hordes of undead. Set in the future, you are a member of a special air service, and you are tasked with handling situations too dangerous for regular armed forces. And your mission is to quell the zombie uprising and uncover the truth behind the virus outbreak. And your ultimate goal is to survive each mission, strengthen your character, and gradually unveil the mystery behind the zombie apocalypse. And at the core gameplay, it centers around fast-paced top-down shooter with a strong emphasis on cooperative play. You're giving a diverse arsenal of weapons and a plethora of upgrades to customize your character. And one of the most unique features of the game is the vast range of weapons, equipment, and abilities available, allowing for numerous combinations and playstyles. The game also introduces special zombie bosses, each with their own unique mechanics, making each encounter feel different. And the multiplayer aspect significantly enhances the gameplay experience. Teaming up with your friends for co-op missions adds a layer of strategy and coordination as you cover each other's back, share resources, and take down particularly challenging foes together. And the game's multiplayer is not just about sharing the battlefield, but also about sharing the thrill and acceleration of zombie combat. Let me know in the comments which game on this list is your favorite, but also what game you're gonna try out after watching this video. And if you're looking for more inspiration for games to play, I would highly recommend checking out the videos on the screen now, as I think you will also really like those. So check those out, and I'll see you over there.